Hi everybody, hello and welcome to this reading. This will be a general collective reading, so it may or may not resonate for you. And I ask as always that you please trust your own intuition and use your discernment with regards to the messages that come out here today. I hope that you're well. Thanks for tuning in. As I was tapping into today's energy, I was shuffling this deck. This is the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Duggan. And the Five of Cups flipped out. Okay, so there's something about loss, about grief, about being focused on what has been lost, kind of wallowing almost, crying over spilt milk. On the bottom of the deck there was the Death card, okay? And in this particular deck, the Death card, Death is obviously riding a horse. The horse is dressed in armor with a spike on his forehead, and around his neck he has this almost like a scarf. I don't know what you'd call it in horse fashion, and it's adorned with the skull and bones. Okay, beneath the Death card was the Knight of Swords. And in this deck, the Knight of Swords is riding a similar horse to the one of the Death with the same armor. However, the Knight of Swords horse was wearing a scarf with the phoenix on it. Okay, so there's something here about being forged by fire, or about transmutation through fire. Okay, and I feel like there's something that's trying to change within your life. Or there's something that's trying to leave, something that's trying to change, and you're holding tightly to it, okay? Or you're focused, very much focused on the loss, the grief, as opposed to the rebirth that is trying to happen for you, okay, within you. So I don't know if that's going to be part of today's message, but that could be important for someone, okay? So there could be a lot of change happening right now, a lot of loss, feeling a lot of grief. Sit with it, okay? Don't hold too tightly to what is trying to transform, what is trying to change, what is trying to leave. Don't hold too tightly. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, Queen of Swords. Okay, so Queen of Swords, compassionate energy. However, notice she has the sword held up, so she has the hand out with the sword up. So yes, I can sit with you, be with you, but also having strong boundaries. Okay, so we're definitely talking about boundaries here. Okay, the Queen of Swords has been called the bitch of the tarot, if you will, which is not fair, I feel, because unfortunately people who have and maintain healthy boundaries are often perceived to be cold, to be bitchy, or nasty. Like, people just want to take a lot of the time. And especially if you're someone who has only recently sort of established your boundaries, and people might be like, oh, what's going on here? Like, you've changed, and feeling really kind of hard done by, because they're not your energy is not accessible to them now, like it maybe once used to be. Maybe you were someone who, you always replied right away to a text message or whatever. Maybe you were always, right there to listen to someone as they dumped their trauma on you, okay? And it's okay to be there and to hold space for someone who needs support, but it's not okay to be a dumping ground for someone's crap. Essentially, not crap, but you know what I mean. Some people just want to dump and dump and dump, and it's not necessarily conscious to them. They're not aware that they're doing it, but You could be as this is the past position here, okay? So you might have recently just started setting those boundaries, okay? And you're being urged to maintain them, okay? They could be being challenged in the near future. Let's see what's next. The Queen of Swords also is, there's that Ten of Pentacles again, is, and the Seven of Swords. Forgive me, the Seven of Swords keeps coming out recently. So, yes, the Queen of Swords is also a message of, you know, balancing between your emotional realm and the mental realm, okay? So not allowing your emotions to get the better of you, okay? So bottom of the deck here, we have the Four of Cups. So this can be a card of stagnation, a card of boredom, fixated. Look at this little boy, he's very fixated on these cups here, and he doesn't notice this mermaid here with this fourth cup, you know, this magical being right beside him with fourth cup. And she's almost like bored of waiting for him to take notice of what's here, but he's closed off. Notice the folded arms. Okay, so there could be something trying to get your attention at this time, but you're very much focused on kind of going back to what I said at the start of the reading with that Five of Cups and the Death card. You could be very focused on what's being lost, what's being removed at this time. There's a need for a shift in perspective here. Okay, so with this Ten of Pentacles coming out here, okay, this is security, stability. I am getting ancestors very strongly with this card every time it comes out recently, okay? So this can speak about generational wealth. This can speak about, you know, long-term stability. I'm going to clarify this one in a little bit. I feel like this is what you're trying to establish for yourself, is this stability, this security, this, you know, maybe creating something that you never actually had within your own life, you know, be it a happy, healthy family, be it financial stability, security, just contentment within your life here, okay? This Seven of Swords, so in the Seven of Swords, we see this guy here, and he has snuck into the enemy camp and taken their weapons so that they can not attack his people, okay? So he looks very chuffed with himself, doesn't he? He's like, ha. So there could be something about trying to control the actions of another person here, okay? So I feel like you're very much focused on, yeah, like, notice like cups can be about our emotions and relationships with others. This young fella very much focused on all these other people. We'll call these cups people for want of a better word at this time, okay? And there's a need to shift the focus off of the enemy and put the focus onto yourself, okay? So there could be some projecting happening at this time, okay? You could be feeling quite angry, quite triggered and reactive by other people, or you're just lashing out at others, and maybe you're not even sure why. There's a need for you to kind of look at what's going on within yourself, okay? And I feel like after you kind of take this step, we've got the Eight of Wands, things kind of start moving, okay? So it's like there's this hold up, this period of stagnation, okay? Yes, going back to this Four of Cups here, excuse me, and we do have the King of Wands beneath this here. The King of Wands is an energy of kind of like taking hold of the reins. The King of Wands makes things happen. He's out on the field doing the work, you know, he's a real action taker, ready to get stuck in. So it's like someone here, you're maybe sitting around and waiting for things to happen for you when you kind of have to make things happen yourself, okay? Or at least start making taking small steps each day towards your goal, whatever that may be, okay? So let's clarify this Ten of Pentacles, please. Got the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, something, you know, you need to start like putting in a little bit of time and effort. I feel like you're very much focused on this end goal. You want to achieve this, you know, financial stability, this, whatever this is, this security. But you're going to have to start taking action right now. I feel like you're almost waiting on, it's like, you know, maybe you're someone who's been, you know, maybe you're a very good person, okay? Now I say good lightly is because we all have good and bad within us, you know, but maybe you're someone who tries to do good deeds and you feel like you're owed this good karma, okay? But nobody's coming to hand you anything on a silver platter, okay? And it's up to you to start moving in the direction of what you were trying to manifest. Whether it's love or whether it's a career, like you're not going to become, you know, this established artist, for example, if you never pick up a brush, you know. Maybe that's something that you really want to do, but you actually, you know, you don't actually do it because, oh, sure, I'm no good. But you're not going to get good if you're not doing it. Does that make sense? Okay, so time to start making moves. And I want to clarify this Seven of Swords also. Tell me more about the Seven of Swords, please. Eight of Swords. So this feeling of being stuck, of being trapped by circumstance. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Pentacles, okay? And the Page of Pentacles symbolizes a change in direction, okay? Not all the time, but in this particular reading, it's telling me about a change in direction. So notice that he's got the map here, got, you know, a couple of directions. He's flipping a coin. It's like, you know, you can choose to stay stuck, or you can take a risk and try something. This is self-sabotage also. Okay, the Seven of Swords here. You're holding yourself back. There's something here about just starting, just taking a risk without this fear of failure. Ace of Swords here, okay, truth, clarity. This could be the clarity that you need, okay? This could be the kick up the bum that you need to get yourself out of this stuck survival mode with the Seven of Swords here, okay? I feel like your focus is very much on, you know, what others are doing as opposed to, you know, what you can do. What can you do for yourself as opposed to what other people can do for you? Clarify this Eight of Wands, please. The Moon. And there's that Four of Cups again. Five of Cups. There it is. That Five of Cups. There's something that you're afraid of losing, or you're afraid of some kind of loss. For some of you, you could be afraid of, you know, a financial loss, or maybe something didn't work out for you in the past. Maybe you've had a series of failures, and you're sort of focused on what could go wrong as opposed to what could go right. Because notice in this card here that the, you know, there's 3 cups spilled over, but there's still 2 on the table. There's still something to celebrate. There's still something to learn from every loss, every failure, okay? So with the Moon card coming out here to clarify this Eight of Wands. subconsciously you're blocking this energy. This Eight of Wands energy is like full steam ahead, okay? It's alignment. It's fast moving energy, passionate energy. You have this energy within yourself. I'm feeling it here in my solar plexus, okay? Which is where we hold our personal power. It's where we store our confidence. With the moon here, there's like this, you're seeing yourself as this little black cat, okay? Maybe you're stuck, because the inner child was popping into my head with this card coming out, okay? Maybe you are allowing your inner child, your wounded inner child, to kind of run the show here. But you're actually this Black Panther, okay? You're actually this really powerful being, this really yeah, this like, it's not even about panthers. Like, it's like you never were able to kind of move into actually being an adult, if that makes sense, okay? So it's like you're kind of trapped in whatever happened to you in childhood, you know. There's some wounds there that need to be looked at, okay? There's definitely something to do with the inner child here, and the fear from this inner child, these childhood wounds, childhood traumas that are currently affecting your ability to move ahead, to make moves, okay? Maybe you were always told that you were, you know, you'd never amount to anything, or you'd no talent, or whatever it is, and that shit like that doesn't go anywhere. It sticks with you. But it's up to you now as an adult to kind of, you know, look at that, acknowledge it, and move ahead anyway, because you are not this little child anymore, okay? Yeah. So guys, I'm going to wrap this up here. I hope that this helped someone. Please hit that like button if it resonated for you, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.